making a second video, so let's go. So we have the following from the Tosfos. The following teaching. Shehikshu Sham. Tosfos asks there, the Gemara in Chulin, Divrei Maskil Treifus, Tema. It's a wonder. It's difficult to understand. The Chaya is, if it says they're living birds, they're Shinin Shechayin Rashi Varm Shalom, means the whole bird has to be alive, even the tips of the wings, the tips of the feet, all the parts, the head, everything, Mizayn Lebedig, has to be alive. The Leika L'meimar the Hashem Einon Treifa Minei Mikol Shekin Mechusar Eva. It's mean can't be a treifa, and all the more so, even take a shower after you can't get that smell off the chlorine. All the more so, it can't be missing a limb, which would not render it a treifa, but it certainly would be a mum. Would not make it that it's going to die, that it's terminally ill, according to that opinion, the treifus lechayis. But all the more so, you can't have something missing a limb. Anyway, it's a korban. It's a sacrifice, so it can't have a mum. It cannot have a blemish like that. Meaning that the scripture, when it says chayas, it says a living animal, living bird, means to eliminate the terminally ill, but it doesn't come to eliminate something missing a limb, which would be posel al gabi a mizbeach. That would be zukman of English. Posel al gabi mizbeach. We translate that to mean that it's disqualified from being placed upon the altar as a sacrifice if it's missing along the oid. Furthermore, the hachamash manda amr treifa chaya. If we go according to the opinion that's not the accepted opinion, that an animal that has been attacked and is torn up still could live, it's not terminally ill. Linuchel mai treifa min chayas. Then we would not be able to eliminate the torn up animal from the living animals, but by virtue of the fact that the scripture mentions living animals, you have to watch the previous video. Even with that, you might not understand it. I don't know if excuse me. If I understand it, it's like the Rebbe Meir says, there are those who could say over something and not really understand what they're saying, but they can say it and it sounds good, it sounds right, they say the right things. But I don't know if I'm really getting it into it's a guy to ride in the binar, he has the right of way. So anyway, Metzora, the first chapter of the Gemara of Metzora says like this. It's Metzora 5b. So even a Gentile wants to offer a sacrifice, he cannot offer a sacrifice that's missing a limb. Meaning a regular mum, it's okay, but not a mechus rever, not something that has a leg missing, a wing missing, an arm missing. So we derive this from Genesis chapter 6 verse 19, where it says Mikol achai, from all of that's alive. That meaning, when it says from all that's alive, and it's something that's entirely alive, that meaning the animal, that all of the limbs, even the tips of the limbs, are alive. The parts that are alive. Perich. So we have a question. That should come to eliminate an animal that's torn up, and therefore we generally would assume that means that's not going to live, that it has a terminal disease, a terminal damage on it. We answer this from where it says that which be alive for a seed, Genesis chapter 6 verse 3 nafka. The meaning, because generally a treifa also cannot parent a new child. Farich, so we ask, that's how it was understood in that time, even though things may have changed and science got better. So Farich, so we have a kasha. Hinichel man the Amar treifa eina yoiledis. Right, there's an opinion that says that an animal that has a treifa, that either it's torn or it has a terminal disease, whatever it is, cannot give birth. Right? But there is an opinion that a treifa could give birth also. So then what do we say about that? Days. So the Parach. So the Gemara asks this question of Metzora, Hamid Beis, Metzora 5b. This scripture seems to come to eliminate the treifa, to eliminate that which is torn up. Even according to the opinion that the treifa could live, that's not terminal, but it is a treifa is it is is this Edgar or is this, no, this is Gito. So anyway, even according to the opinion that the treifa lives, but meaning because the treifa cannot give birth, that already is eliminated. But that eliminates the treifa. But specifically to the opinion that the treifa does not live. But the opinion that the treifa does live it's not a question. But the opinion that says that the treifa could give birth, what did we say here? So even if, according to the opinion that the treifa gives birth, all the more so if it lives. We learn this from the parak. These are the animals that are treifas. According to the opinion that here we're eliminating the treifa, eliminating the one that's been attacked. Oh, this ain't also it's nicht du. Okay. But according, you know what, we should see if Rand is here, then, because if he's not here, but Brand is do also do oilum do. So according to the opinion that treifa lives, we have a question. Vani b'niyusi lo yadati lahaven. And alright, I gotta pause. So looks like this guy's here too. So it says here, okay, so Rand is not here. Vani b'niyusi lo yadati lahaven. So I, in my impoverished mind, I didn't know how to understand. This is what the Maharal was, the Gadol Ador, was a brilliant genius. He's saying he doesn't understand. Because for sure, like we're able to say that a cattle, a beast, is able to live with the heads of the tips of their limbs, of its limbs. So similarly, we have an animal that's alive in its body without any treifas. This is a very obvious, simple thing. There's even according to the opinion that an animal that's called a treifa could live, we can make a drasha like this. We could make a visa heistus. A homily like this. But you cannot say that we're not able to eliminate from the word chayis, from the living animals, that we cannot eliminate the treifas, cannot eliminate those that have been torn up, attacked. For sure, the word chayis could eliminate a treifas. There's no question about that. But according to the opinion that the treifa does live, even according to the opinion that says that treifas, it means that the tips of the animal's limbs are alive. So therefore, it's not coming to mean the treifas. It's not coming to mean the animals that are torn up. So it means that that if it's missing limbs, it's a problem. So therefore, then we could say those that are pure and not those that are treifas, that are torn up. But according to the opinion that the treifa has that doesn't live, that it has a permanent terminal disease. It's impossible to say that this word chayis does not eliminate the treifas, that the living does not eliminate the torn, the terminal. So that was the case. There'd be no reason to say the pure and not those that are torn up. But according to the opinion that the treifa does live, it's possible that we do not eliminate the term treifas from the word chayis. Do I have to keep translating it? I don't know. But since there's two scriptures here, so therefore when it says it's alive, it means that the tips of the limbs are alive. Tahiris, the pure, treifas. And then when it says pure, that eliminates the treifas. Parakama de Metzora, the first chapter of the Gemara of Metzora, the Ka'amar, we say Kevan, the Leika Elachad Kra Mikol Hachai. You only have that one verse that says from all that's alive. Where do we derive from the scripture with an animal that the tips of the limbs are alive? Kevin the Nuchal La'okme Kra L'meute Treifas, because the scripture could come to say that it's eliminating the treifas, the animals that are not pure. But then that's why it's written pure. When it says alive, that comes to include the animal that the tips of its limbs are alive. So therefore, it's not necessary at all to write that it should be that the birds are alive and also pure. Shahari ain't kanchnei dvarim klal, because there's really not two different things here at all. Because if a bird's alive, Rashi Varim Shalah, then the the tips of the limbs of the bird are alive, l'puke balmum. That comes to eliminate an animal that has a blemish. In Cain, if that's the case, pshita, that ain't a treifa. So that means that we're not talking about a treifa. Shahari treifa ain't a chayil gamre, because a mum could live. A blemish, even a missing limb, they could live. But the treifa, it can't live at all. But how are you going to say that the bird is alive, that they're living and they're pure? That's not necessarily so. That including when that which is alive also includes that which is not a treifa. In this way, that we're saying this about one bird, that's not the case at all. This thing is very well explained. Kasha. It's not a question. Right. Midei miadi v'kach hu das Rashi. That's Rashi's opinion. And even according to the opinion that the treifa lives, darshin and chayis v'lei treifas. Then we are figuring out this idea that we have the birds that are alive and not the birds that have been torn up. Haram hikshal Rashi. The Ram has a kash on Rashi. Every place where it says a bird, it means a pure bird. And we learn out from the chapter of Shiluach HaKan. Again, Gemara in Chulin, Kuf, Lamed, Tes, Amud Beis. Where is there's that thing? Amud Beis, that's 139b, for those who want to look it up in English. Im came to Haris, that if it says the pure birds,
Daddy,
Lamali.
did you see what I put on the back of your car?
What'd you put in the back of my car?
It was a bumper sticker on that.
Which one?
I put it on a Godzilla sticker. I think it got lost in the road. It fell off.
Can you bring in the sodas?
It's not a good sticker.
I want you to take some water and clean up what you did on the side of the house. So... I gotta pause this. Oh, Lamali Kach. So let's finish this. Heimedvarav. Why do it have to say pure? Those are his words. V'yoser havalei lahakshis gamkein. Furthermore, we have to ask the question: did you take Rezi's medicine? Do I have? Oh, I have it. So leidig. I'll throw it out. Or if it's a vec. Nein, nicht du. So, wie halten? The ha-yal of treifa meduchte achrisi. We learn out this idea of the treifa from another source. Oi. Kedisa Hasam, it's cited there. Avol Kol Zelikasha. This whole thing's really not a question. Ki Rashi Pshute Mefarish. Rashi's just explaining the simple meaning. Pshute Yesh Lefarish Kach. The simple meaning, you could explain it like that. Bavadai. And certainly, B'nei Damrin and Kol Makom Shenemar Tzipor Eino Elator. Any place where it says a tzipor, that type of bird, tzipor means a kosher bird, a pure bird. Mukminin taharis lemidei achrisi. So if it says a tzipor tahara, it can't mean just a kosher species, because only kosher species are called tzipor. A bird of prey is never called tzipor. V'chein mukminin chayes lemidei achrisi. And so similarly, that it says a lebedik that is alive also teaches something different. The treifus yalaf meduchte echrisi. And this idea of the treifus, we learn a different idea from that as well. L'kach meiki taharis chayis. So there, that's why it says that the taharos, the pures, are chayis, are lebedik, they're alive. Shiu chayin roshay varim shalah. That the limbs are alive. Avlein zepshutai. And this is not the simple meaning. Alright, we learned a half hour, and this was 10 minutes the other video, and this video is 20 minutes, so I don't think we're going to do the next one. Thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and we'll see you all in the next video, God willing. Alright.